Welcome back to Bobby King Iraqi Dinar News, your go-to channel for the latest updates on Iraq's financial developments. I'm your host, Bobby King, coming to you straight from Iraq. Today, we've got some exciting news about the US Treasury's support for the Central Bank of Iraq. This is huge because, in the past few weeks, we've seen articles claiming that Iraq now has full control over its own money. And before we dive deeper, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and support the channel. Together, let's stay informed on the exciting journey ahead for Iraq's economy. Over the past few weeks, significant developments have unfolded regarding Iraq's monetary system and its relationship with the United States. One of the most noteworthy points is the increasing support of the US Treasury for the Central Bank of Iraq. This partnership is not just symbolic, it represents a key turning point for Iraq as it seeks full control over its financial systems and aims to stabilize its economy after years of instability. The US Treasury's praise for the CBI's progress, particularly in areas like monetary reform and anti-money laundering efforts, signals that Iraq is nearing a pivotal moment in its financial evolution, possibly culminating in the long-awaited revaluation of the Iraqi dinar. While the exact timing of these financial transformations remains uncertain, the signs are overwhelmingly positive. This article delves into the significance of the US Treasury's involvement, the broader implications for Iraq's economic future, and the specific steps that have brought Iraq to this critical juncture. Let's explore why this support is so crucial for Iraq and how it ties into the larger narrative of the country's economic reform and stabilization. The US Treasury and the CBI. A long-standing partnership. The relationship between the US Treasury and the Central Bank of Iraq goes back to the early 2000s when Iraq, post-Saddam Hussein, was struggling to rebuild its economy. The US played a vital role in helping Iraq establish a new financial system, and for many years, the country relied heavily on international support, particularly from the US, to stabilize its currency and manage its monetary policy. Over the years, Iraq has made significant strides in modernizing its banking system, improving regulatory oversight, and combating financial crimes like money laundering and terrorist financing. However, the US Treasury's recent declarations of support are particularly significant because they come at a time when Iraq is asserting full control over its financial system. In essence, Iraq is finally in a position to manage its own monetary policy, a milestone that many have been anticipating for years. Iraq's control over its money. A new era. One of the most exciting recent developments is the affirmation that Iraq now has full control over its money. This is a major milestone for the country, signifying that it is no longer dependent on foreign powers for the management of its monetary affairs. The CBI has been working diligently to build a robust financial infrastructure, one that allows Iraq to independently manage its currency, control inflation, and ensure economic stability. This newfound control is particularly important as Iraq seeks to re-establish the true value of the Iraqi dinar. For years, the dinar has been artificially suppressed, with its value largely dictated by external factors and sanctions. Now, with the country assuming full control over its currency, the stage is set for a potential revaluation, which could significantly boost the purchasing power of Iraqi citizens and position Iraq as a more competitive player in the global economy. The project to delete the zeros. A critical reform. Another key aspect of Iraq's financial reform is the much-discussed project to delete the zeros. This initiative involves re-nominating the Iraqi dinar by removing 3 zeros from its currency. For example, if the dinar were to be revalued as part of this project, 1,000 dinars would become 1 dinar, effectively increasing the currency's purchasing power and simplifying financial transactions. The US Treasury's endorsement of Iraq's progress in this area is particularly significant because it suggests that the country is close to implementing this long-awaited reform. Deleting the zeros is seen as a critical step in Iraq's monetary reform, one that could set the stage for the dinar's eventual revaluation and integration into the global financial system. While the exact timeline for this reform remains unclear, the US Treasury's public statements of support indicate that Iraq is moving in the right direction. The CBI has been working tirelessly to ensure that the necessary infrastructure is in place for the reform, and the US Treasury's backing only strengthens the case that this project is on the verge of completion. Anti-money laundering and electronic transfers. Key priorities. One of the main reasons the US Treasury has been so vocal in its support of the CBI is Iraq's progress in combating money laundering and transitioning to electronic transfers. For years, Iraq struggled with widespread corruption and financial crimes, which severely undermined the stability of its banking system. However, under the leadership of the CBI and with support from international partners, Iraq has made significant progress in addressing these issues. The transition to electronic transfers is a particularly important development because it allows for greater transparency and accountability in financial transactions. By moving away from cash-based transactions, Iraq can better track and regulate the flow of money within its economy, making it harder for criminals to launder money or finance illegal activities. The US Treasury has been closely involved in these efforts, providing technical assistance and support to the CBI as it works to modernize its financial infrastructure. In recent weeks, US Treasury officials have publicly praised Iraq for its progress, highlighting the country's commitment to implementing reforms that will reduce financial crimes and improve the overall integrity of its banking system. This progress is crucial because it paves the way for Iraq's reintegration into the global financial system. As the country continues to implement these reforms, it will be better positioned to attract foreign investment, stimulate economic growth, and improve the standard of living for its citizens. The withdrawal of US troops, a symbol of confidence. Another significant development is the gradual withdrawal of US troops from Iraq. While the presence of US forces has been a source of security for many years, their departure is a symbol of the growing confidence in Iraq's ability to manage its own affairs. The fact that the US is comfortable reducing its military presence in the country suggests that Iraq is becoming more stable, both politically and economically. For years, Iraq has been reliant on external support, both militarily and financially. However, as the country strengthens its institutions and assumes greater control over its monetary policy, it is becoming increasingly self-reliant. The withdrawal of US troops is not only a sign of Iraq's progress but also a testament to the country's growing sovereignty. The bigger picture. Iraq's economic rebirth. Taken together, these developments paint a picture of a country on the brink of an economic rebirth. For years, Iraq has been held back by war, sanctions, and financial mismanagement. However, the progress being made today suggests that the country is on the cusp of a major transformation. The US Treasury's support for the CBI is a critical component of this transformation. By working together, these two institutions are laying the groundwork for a more stable and prosperous Iraq. The CBI's efforts to reform the country's financial system, coupled with the US Treasury's backing, are helping to create an environment that is conducive to economic growth and development. While there are still challenges ahead, the signs are overwhelmingly positive. The CBI has made tremendous strides in recent years, and with the continued support of the US Treasury, Iraq is well positioned to emerge as a stronger and more stable economy in the years to come. What lies ahead? The timing of the revaluation. While the exact timing of Iraq's revaluation remains uncertain, the developments discussed above suggest that the country is moving closer to this long-anticipated event. The support of the US Treasury, the progress in combating money laundering, and the transition to electronic transfers all point to a country that is ready to take the next step in its financial evolution. For many, the revaluation of the Iraqi dinar represents the culmination of years of effort and anticipation. It is seen as a key moment in Iraq's economic recovery, one that will restore the true value of the dinar and improve the standard of living for Iraqi citizens. While the exact timing remains unclear, the signs are increasingly positive, and many believe that the revaluation is now within reach. Iraq's bright financial future. The US Treasury's support of the Central Bank of Iraq is a critical development that cannot be overstated. It represents a vote of confidence in Iraq's ability to manage its own financial affairs and signals that the country is on the cusp of major economic reforms. As Iraq continues to implement key reforms, such as the transition to electronic transfers and the project to delete the zeros, it is becoming increasingly clear that the country is nearing a pivotal moment in its financial history. While the exact timing of these changes remains uncertain, the progress being made today suggests that Iraq's future is bright. Please subscribe my channel and support me. You guys have a great day. Thank you.